must escape.
Let the ceremony commence.
Hello and welcome to this video, and today I'm going to be predicting what the lineup for Alton Towers Scarefest will be like in 2022. And I know what you're thinking, it's a bit too early for predictions of Alton Towers Scarefest lineup, but if you think that's too early, I did the Fort Park Fright Nights 2022 lineup predictions in November last year. So that's much earlier compared to this. but another reason I'm predicting this is because recently Alton Towers announced further details about their events for 2022, including Scarefest, where they revealed some new details like the day that it's going to take place, and all things like that. So I'm going to be trying to predict in the lineup because they actually announced something for Scarefest, because it's the 15th anniversary of Scarefest this year. And that means they're probably going to want to go all out for the lineup this year. So let's just get straight into it. Like the Fort Park Fright Nights predictions video that I did, I'm going to start with the things that I think won't be returning for this year. And then after that, the things that might be returning, and then some attractions that might be new for next year. So let's just get straight into it with the things that I think might not be returning. So the thing that, and the one maze that I think won't be returning for Alton Towers Scarefest this year, and I say that because Alton Towers' Scarefest lineup is quite different than Fort Park Fright Nights' lineup, and the maze that I think won't be returning is Altonville Mine Tours. And the only reason I think this is because Altonville Mine Tours has been in Scarefest for a few years now. It's been like, it was introduced in 2015 or 16, I think it was. And most mazes, when they get to this point, it's kind of reaching the end of their average lifespan. I mean, Platform 15 at Fort Park, that finished last year. That was introduced in 2016. Although that was finished, I'm not sure if it was because of Project Exodus or if it was because of it was just reaching the end of its life. But if that's true, I'm thinking that the similar thing will happen with Altonville Mine Tours. Except obviously it won't be replaced with a giant 236-foot tall roller coaster. But no, I'm thinking it might be removed because it's kind of reaching the end of its life, because it's kind of been around for a few years. But what will replace it? Well, I'm going to get into the things that either might be returning this year or things that might be new for this year. So let's just get straight into it. So these are the attractions that I think will be returning for Alton Towers Scarefest this year, and also the attractions that I think might be introduced new for this year. So the things that I think might return this year are Freak Show Toxic Junkyard, Darkest Depths, and the Attic Terror of the Towers. I also think that Trick or Treat Town will be returning for this year as well, because that's proven quite successful for Scarefest. And I say that because, well, obviously Freak Show, Toxic Junkyard, Attic, and Darkest Depths are quite new mazes, and also they're quite popular. And I know Altonville Mine Tours is popular, but that's kind of sort of reaching the end of its lifespan, kind of. But those are the things I think might be returning for this year. And now let's get into the things that I think will be new for this year. So the first thing that I think might be introduced this year is a brand new scare maze, possibly on the site of Altonville Mine Tours, if not then somewhere else, that's similar to trailers at Fort Park. And what I mentioned earlier about Alton Towers announcing a new attraction for Scarefest, they already, I think on the day they announced their events lineup for this year, they announced that there's going to be a new maze for Scarefest, which you can imagine there is because it's the 15th anniversary lineup, so they're wanting to probably make this one extra special, which is why they've introduced a new maze. And I'm thinking it'll be similar to trailers at Fort Park, because obviously trailers was started for the 20th anniversary of Fort Park Fright Nights, and each scene is like in a haunted cinema where it references each past scare maze at Fright Nights. So I'm thinking, and obviously trailers was very successful at Thorpe Park Fright Nights last year, so I'm thinking Alton Towers will probably do something similar to trailers. That would be amazing if they did that. I wouldn't be surprised if they do, but that would just be incredible. And also the last thing that I think will be new for this year is a new scare zone in Haunted Hollow. And I'm thinking they could do it similar to Vile Villagers of Wild Woods at Chessington Halloween. And it would make sense because Wild Woods at Chessington and Haunted Hollow at Alton Towers, they're quite similar themed areas. Obviously I know Wild Woods has got some rides in it, Haunted Hollow doesn't, but if they did something similar to Vile Villagers of Wild Woods at Scarefest at Alton Towers, that would be brilliant. I mean, I know Alton Towers don't really do scare zones, but if they did that, just at least just for the 15th anniversary of Scarefest, that would be incredible. It would be very different than what their lineup has been for the past few years, because it's mainly just been like scare mazes for the past few years. I think it was ever since like probably 2017 or 16, I think. There hasn't really been any scare zones at Alton Towers in a few years, so if they did something similar to Vile Villagers in Haunted Hollow, that would be amazing. It would be so much fun. I mean, obviously I went in Vile Villagers of Wild Woods at Chessington last season, and it was one of the best scare attractions I experienced at Halloween last year. And so I would love if Alton Towers did something similar to Vile Villagers of Wild Woods. So yeah, I want to thank you all very much for watching this video, and if you enjoy it, then please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment with a like. See you in the next video. Bye.